Hi everyone, this is Veronica D'Souza from Divine Retreat Center, Kigali, Rwanda. Welcome to another episode of Faith Alive. Recently, I visited a family and a 5-month-old baby. Every time the mom called, the baby responded. No words, no delay, and no hesitation. And all eyes were suddenly on that baby. That moment reminded me of Jesus. Whenever his mother calls him, he responds immediately, lovingly, even when the timing doesn't seem right. I remember the wedding at Cana. Water becomes wine. Not because Jesus planned it for that moment, but because Mother Mary asked. That's not pressure, that's relationship and love. Mary didn't force Jesus. She trusted him. She lived so deeply in God's will that her request was already aligned with heaven. Ave Maria, Mother, please help me. So when we pray this and we whisper this, she just turns to her son. And do you think Jesus will ignore his beautiful, faithful mom? Some people ask, why don't we just directly go to Jesus? Why do we have to go through Mother Mary? Here's the truth. Jesus already knows your heart. He hears every prayer. He also honors his mom. Honoring Mama Mary doesn't replace Jesus. It just leads you closer to him. You know, when I was a small baby, a small child, my dad once took me shopping. We walked past a sari shop with huge glass windows. Inside, there were 3 mannequins dressed beautifully in saris. And for reasons I still didn't understand till date, I just sat down outside the shop and cried. I told my dad, take my mom's home with us, or I am not moving. And my poor dad had no choice. He picked me up and carried me away. Even as a child, something in me was drawn to motherhood. Then outside our church was a grotto of Mother Mary. When I was a young child, every day my mom made sure we went for Mass. And I would pick up these street flowers, these tiny, beautiful street flowers, and place them at Mother's feet. Nothing fancy, just love. And somehow I still love Mom. Those small gestures came back to me as big grace, especially when I was about to make many wrong choices in life. Mama Mary redirected me quietly. Now imagine this. Mary walking beside Jesus, who is beaten, bruised, mocked. Let's do this together. Let's place ourselves there. Walk beside Mother Mary and Jesus. As a widow is watching her son, innocent one, suffer, she knows who he is. She knows he is blameless. She doesn't scream. She doesn't curse. She doesn't run. She stays. She loves. She obeys. For a human heart, that kind of strength feels impossible. So if this mother asks something of her son, Why would he not listen? In John chapter 19, verse 27, Jesus gave the apostle John, "Behold your mother." And from that moment on, Mama Mary became our mother. Saints didn't love Mary instead of Jesus. They loved Mother Mary because she led them to him. The closer a saint was to Jesus, the closer they were to his mom. That's not coincidence. That's relationship. Mary never says, "Look at me." She always says, "Do whatever he tells you." No spotlight, no noise, just a mother forming saints quietly. And this is where the story gets even more beautiful. Mother Mary kept coming back century after century. Whenever the world was tired, confused, or about to give up, Saint James is exhausted. He wants to quit. This is AD 40 in Spain, Our Lady of the Pillar. Mother Mary appears and says, "Don't give up. God is with you." This is the very first apparition about encouragement. Then in AD 352, in the middle of summer, snow starts falling. This is Our Lady of the Snows, Rome. God can do the impossible. Then in 1061, Our Lady of Walsingham, England. Mary points to the home of Nazareth. Remember where Jesus became human. Faith lived in a house with meals and with a family. In 1251, Our Lady of Mount Carmel. Mary gives the scapular. Stay close to God and I will help you. Scapular is for our protection. I wear the scapular all the time. 1531, Our Lady of Guadalupe, Mexico. Mary appears to Juan Diego, a poor man no one noticed. I see you. I love you. You matter. And with that, millions return to Christ. And then 1846, Our Lady of La Salette, France. Mary weeps. Come back to God, she says. In 1858, Our Lady of Lourdes, France. Pray, be humble. God heals. I am the Immaculate Conception. In 1859, Our Lady of Good Help, United States of America. Teach the faith. Pray for sinners. In 1871, Our Lady of Pont-Main, France. Children pray and the war stops. But pray, my children, God hears you. And today, we already know that there are so many wars going on in the world. Children, Mother Mary asks you to pray and the war will stop. 1879, Our Lady of Knock, Ireland. Mother Mary says nothing. The lamb, the altar, the cross. Silence teaches us the Eucharist matters. In 1917, Our Lady of Fatima, Portugal. Pray the rosary, choose peace. We already know the power of rosary. It has won many wars and many battles for Christians against the evil one. 1932-33, Bjorvang and Banuex, Belgium. Love my son. Care for the poor. Mother Mary is reminding us again to care for the poor. In this way, we show God our love. Our Lady of Akita, Japan. Prayer repairs what pride destroys. In 1981 to 89, Our Lady of Kibehorabanda. Choose love before suffering. In 16th and 17th century, Our Lady of Velankani, India. I heal, I stay, I walk with you. There's one thread through it all. Different centuries, different cultures, and it's the same Mama Mary. Mother Mary never replaces Jesus. She does what she always has done, keeping the branch connected to the vine. Ave is Eve's name reversed. Ave, Eve said no and let the world fall. Ave said yes and heaven touched earth. That's why heaven still fights quietly. Through a mother, through a yes, through love. Thank you for listening to the podcast of my beloved Mama Mary. I love you.